Alright, P1-17, we have symmetry. The spacing is kind of across, so we should be able to include the two circles, and then the two circles on center line, probably not so much, including them in the sketch. So I have my vertical center line. We'll get the arc. There's not really an arc, so we're relying on an endpoint location, tangent-C, assuming that it's a vertical 90-degree arc, but kind of hard to tell if that's going to come off, so I don't want to make it tangent off this edge until I figure out. But coming around this way, if I were to start my origin up here, work around this way, and then bring it down tangent, come off with the line, then we'll kind of see where that center point lands while we're doing the sketch. Alright, so this is a metric part. Plane and sketch and vertical center line. And if I forget to put the center line in, I can always drop it in later as soon as I realize that I'm going to need it. So I think it's easier just to select or escape and go back into the line command than it is to kind of navigate back out. So I'm going to do the continuous arc, and then a continuous arc. Alright, so both of those will be tangent, and bring it down, and then we're right back into the line command to complete the segment. Alright, so we need a radius of 20, and we're not too far off on scale. Since I'm doing the radiuses, I'll go ahead and drop in the 60. Our line, if I pick the line, I'm going to get the 40, but I'm not going to be able to bring it on the other side of the center line. So if I want the center line, I'm going to pick the point and the center line, and that's going to give me the half dimension or radial dimension and the full dimension or the diametral dimension. Alright, so from now that we have the arc and we have the line, we can go 80 millimeters. So sometimes we need to generate enough sketch geometry to be able to complete. And let's see, our 4 times spacing for 200 for a total of 200 millimeters. Alright, so we'll build that into the, and it would probably help to put in 200. There we go, 20. Alright, so again, I'm setting up, so I know this circle location is going to be at the center. We're going to go with select, control select, and horizontal. And it showed up over there. I'm going to select and control select the circles, and those are going to become equal. Alright, and then we need to make sure that we have a diameter on these. So also 20. And then the spacing was 4 times at 50. So when I include that, we'll get back, right click and get back into the select. This time I'm going to window pick from right to left. I see the green box. Because the center line is selected, it's going to automatically mirror and complete. So I need one more circle at the center. And one more circle at the center. Alright, so, well, since I dimensioned this one and it's kind of the base, we'll make it horizontal to the first, and then equal to the one that has the dimension on it. Alright, and then placing my last couple of dimensions, 36, and diameter of 50. Okay, so the question of the math for, is this a 90-degree arc, meaning that it starts and it goes through 90 degrees, is the center point will be coincident with the baseline, and then also with the vertical. And that looks like the case. If we do the math, We have a radius of 20, 60, and 20 gives me 80. So if we're drawing, that would be useful information as to if I couldn't get it to go fully defined for some reason, I could always pick the center point and the line and make those coincident, and that would kind of force the issue with the 90-degree arc. Alright, we're going to extrude this out to a thickness of 12. And don't really have any concerns for direction. And we'll save it. And I gave this a 2010 designation, or I gave the previous one a 2010 designation when I saved it. If you're just working along with the 2010 book, though, you don't have to. You don't have to save those unless you want to do the other 3 out of the 2014-2016 book.